right. Up next, we have our social media superstars. We have an awesome panel we're excited to have today. And are you guys ready? You guys ready, everybody? Everyone's still yakking. They're in the hallway. We should have done shots. Right? Next year we'll have wine, I think. But it might have to be afternoon. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let me read some bios real quick on our social media superstars. And we have, we're going to try to get their little social media videos to come up here too. Kelly Zimmerman, number one right there. Loves working in the real estate industry. She started her real estate career in 2014 and has been a branch manager at the Wheatland EXP office for 4 years. She is married to the love of her life, Mike, and world-class handyman. And together they have a blended family of 6 adult children. Recently, Kelly became a granny. Yes, oops, throwing papers away, hold on. Let me get messed up. Kelly is obsessed with home decor and home renovation projects. So between her real estate career and helping her husband with remodel design, she stays pretty busy. In fact, if you follow her on TikTok right now, she's doing the Beach Barn. They bought a flip property in Shelter Cove. So they bought a property up there, and she's been tracking all the progress on TikTok. It's been pretty fun. Kelly enjoys being active and serving in her community. She was voted Yuba Sutter Favorite Realtor in 2019 and 20 and has achieved Icon Award through her brokerage for the last 3 years. Great job, Kelly. All right, next we have Morgan Sullivan, who came here from Sonoma. We're happy to have her. Morgan Sullivan is the team leader of the Sullivan Group at eXp Realty. You guys can follow her on Instagram. She's grateful to have been born and raised in Sonoma County and to have the career of helping her clients build a successful career. With a background in finance, a degree in marketing, real estate was a smooth transition for a lasting career. After 5 years in real estate, Morgan uses her skill set to help grow her local business, diversify their marketing strategies, and help her clients reach their real estate goals. What's your Instagram handle? Do we have their social media stuff up here? Mel? Yes, we do? Oh. Oh, there it is. Yeah, but no picture, but that's okay. It's coming up, popping up. It's taking its time. We have a moody PowerPoint today, so in case y'all want to know. All right, next one is Angie Counts. Angie Counts has been a realtor for almost 6 years. After being in the dental field for 20 years, she was looking for a change. Her kids were getting older. She was looking for something new. She began her real estate career and turned it into something so much more. She loves what she does. Real estate turned into her passion. She loves getting to know people, guiding them through the process. 2021 was her 4th year as a PCAR Masters Club member, and in 2022, she received EXP Icon Award. Congratulations. Great job. When Angie's not busy with real estate, she's a wife, mom, and an Airbnb owner. She owns an Airbnb in Tahoe, right? Yeah, so it's called Counts Cabin. So if any of you need to go to Tahoe, look up Counts Cabin. Her and her husband have been together since high school. They have 2 boys, one who just began his fire career like his dad. That's awesome. Okay, Shannon Payton, Shanny Pants. This is Shanny Pants. Woo! Anyone follow Shanny Pants on Instagram? Oh my gosh. If you don't, I laugh my butt off. She's so funny. So Shannon is a 41-year-old wife and mom. Her background has been in construction and home design. She became a realtor 5 years ago. She loves her real estate career. She's recently been thrown into the world of social media creating. Through humor, she shares her struggles of growing up in a cult, battles of infertility that ended in a hysterectomy, and finally her journey to parenthood through foster care and adoption. Shannon is currently writing a memoir and her very own podcast, which aired on May 5th. Yeah. And how many followers do you have on Shanny Pants? Oh, I don't know. It's like ridiculous. And she was on what TV program were you? She was on Kelly Clarkson's show with her Shanny Pants. Yeah, she's the real deal. Social media superstar Julie Schroyer. Julie Schroyer is a division president in Northern California division of Doma Title. She's been in the industry since 1995. She's including leadership roles for the 2 largest title companies in the country. Her current role with Doma, she has a strong spirit of pride. The company uses machine intelligence, private proprietary technology. And she also has a TikTok. 2 years ago, she started using TikTok as she realized over half the homes purchased in the United States will be from the millennial demographic. She created a channel on how to have fun, fit, fantastic lifestyle over 50. She currently has 215,000 followers, has appeared on Dr. Oz show for her content. She's worked with more than 50 national companies to promote their products on the TikTok platform, to name a few: IT Cosmetics, L'Oreal, Tarte, JLo Skincare, GoPure. Her favorite quote: "Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't." Great job. Thank you. Did I get everyone? I feel like I missed somebody. Did I even get Cindy? Wait, I know. I'm like, where's Cindy? I don't have Cindy's bio. Cindy's amazing. Everybody knows Cindy. I missed her bio, I think. I missed a page. Hold on. I'll come back. Let me find it. There she is. I knew I was missing somebody. The most important. By the way, Cindy, thank you. Cindy, Darcy, and Jennifer all helped put this extraordinary event on. So it's all, the four of us did it together, yeah. So Cindy is the owner of Cindy Silva Realty Group, brokered by EXP. She's been a part of the housing industry for over 25 years. What? She's not that old. Working in all aspects of the industry. Cindy has a background in construction, which sets her apart from most agents. She attended Harvard Business School. She's very smart. Where she received a mastery in negotiation. Cindy is a Lux luxury listing specialist, lifetime master residential agent, certified commercial property practitioner, Silva relocation specialist, member of the Women's Council of Realtors, and over her career has been fortunate enough to be on HGTV, Extreme Home Makeover, and hosts the radio show Real Estate Report on KFBK. Last but not least, Cindy Silva. All right, so we have some of their stuff up here, right? So hold on. I'm getting a little disorganized. Just one moment. Here we go. All right, are you guys ready? We're so excited. Well, while they're pulling it up, we'll ask some questions. Let's see. Hold on. How about, let's start with, who has the microphone? You do. How much time daily do you spend on social media? And can you give us social media 101 for dummies?
Whoa. Okay, I'm there.
Is your microphone on? You're live.
So, the light's on.
Yeah.
Okay, so, gosh, what was the question?
The question is, how much time do you spend?
Well, I don't know who has an iPhone in here, but your iPhone, if you leave the setting on, will tell you how many hours of screen time per day.
Ouch.
This is business related, not just social media, but mine usually averages about 4 hours a day. I shouldn't be proud of that, because that's just my phone, not even
Only
my computer.
4? I'm impressed.
Yeah, 4
I'm afraid to look at
plus.
There you go.
I would say at least 4. On social media, I try to be very intentional, because it will suck the entire life out of you. It'll give you a lot of business, but it'll suck the life out of you equally. And so I actually have a timer on Instagram. You can set a timer for a 30-minute timer daily. And I honor it most days.
Will it cut you off?
It won't cut me off, but it pops up while I'm in the app. You've hit your 30-minute limit, and then you have to say allow, or you have to say okay, and then get out of it.
Oh.
So it kind of keeps you honest, because I can be scrolling Instagram very not intentionally and call it work. I try not to do that, but I would say I probably spend a good hour a day between the different platforms. And then social media for dummies, the best advice I can give is something is better than nothing.
I love it, yeah.
Something is absolutely better than nothing. When I first started, those early posts were a little cringeworthy looking back at this point, but my posts now aren't as good as my posts 3 years from now. But at least I'm putting something out there, and it gets me in front of people. So that kind of helps to at least give you a little bit of confidence there.
Perfect, thank you. Cindy?
I found myself spending way too much on social media. Same thing, it's very addictive. Once you start scrolling, you can't stop. So I made a business decision, and I started timing how much I did spend on social media, making my posts, which was about 2 hours a day. And I decided for myself that wasn't the best way to spend my time, so I hired myself a social media manager. If you guys don't know what that is, I had never even heard of one, but they schedule all your posts for you. They help you shoot your reels. They help you do this business so you're not wasting 2 hours out of your day. We spend about an hour to 2 hours every 2 weeks making all of our video for the next 2 weeks. So hiring a social media manager did cut down on my time, and she's here today, and she is also Angie's social media manager as well. My biggest 101 for dummies would be what my friend Molly Teams taught me many years ago is Canva. If you guys are not using Canva, it is the most simple, easiest tool to use in real estate, and it is so impressive. People ask me all the time, oh my gosh, where did you get that? It was a template in Canva. I just inputted that house I sold into it. So that's my secret to 101.
Is it going to play now, or? There's no sound, but that's okay. That's Cindy showing homes to my buyers.
Without volume, it doesn't really do anything.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, it's getting stuck, huh? That's all right. Okay, so we'll move on to Kelly.
So I don't really know how much time I spend on social media. I'm a little bit more on the fly, so if something interesting is happening around me, I will post about it or take pictures and put it together, TikTok in the evening. I do probably spend a lot of time in there because I'm actually engaging with my sphere on there. I do the 10 across and the 10 down method where I'm trying to engage with my sphere, commenting or messaging them about their posts. And my tip would be just to be yourself. I know there's a lot of people out there on social media. Some people are into posting gym photos, and some people it's really more serious, business related about real estate, and some people like to have fun. And just being yourself and doing what you're drawn to, it's always going to feel more authentic than trying to duplicate what somebody else is doing.
Love it.
So I spend way too much time on there scrolling. So I think the key for
Talk
me
closer.
was I actually hired 2 people.
So we can hear you. There you go.
Okay. I actually hired 2 people. I have someone that helps me with videos and reels, and then I have Caitlin. She does all of my other posts in regards to closings and listings and all that kind of stuff. So that was a big help for me to get it off my plate so I wasn't spending so much time doing it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. About an hour a day is what I spend, and I do 1 TikTok per day, and I do Tuesday Truth on Facebook, but I leverage only 2 platforms, and I would say social media for dummies. I use the CAT method, consistency, I made that up. Consistency, authenticity, and trust. You have to build trust with your audience. You have to be consistent, and I would tell you, if you're not going to be consistent with your social media, don't do it. I would say it's a waste of time.
She had some great tips on hers too, little tips on how to do different stuff. So I enjoy watching her TikTok. And hers is funny as hell.
So my advice is the same as yours. Be yourself. People pick up pretty quickly if you're trying to be someone else and you're not yourself. So I think that's huge, being a little bit vulnerable. People can relate to you. If you kind of put yourself out there, it's a little scary at first, but it gets easier. And then for 101, I don't spend much time, I don't scroll social media anymore, which has made me lose out on the connections with clients in my database, but I can't, because again, it can be such a time waster. I use Business Suite, which is really great because you go to Facebook and Instagram from it, so it's super easy to use, and you don't actually have to get on the actual apps and get stuck over there scrolling. You can do all your posts from Business Suite, and they just changed their name, and I apologize, I don't know what it's called. But it's basically an app that shoots it to both platforms, and I love it because I'll get stuck in the scrolling if I even try to get on a post, and I'll, rabbit hole. So
Are
that's
we
my
able to
biggest
put
advice.
any of hers up? Because do we have any of hers up that we can put up? No? No, one for Shanny Pants. Shannon. Because she does a lot of these, you'll see this beautiful gal in a dress in this really crazy outfit, and she tries to put the same dress on, and it's her stuff is so funny, I can't even stand it. I wish we could get some of it posted up. And then the one you posted is it your nephew that dropped the cake?
Oh, yeah.
So the birthday cake,
Mother's
is your
Day.
sister here?
Mother's Day. No.
Oh.
No.
So this is an example just over here trying to add some flair to her Target dress. She does them all the time, and it's so funny. I mean, they're funny. So anyway, I think that comedy in a lot of those is really incredibly valuable. So, okay, so some of you guys answered some of the questions. What is your favorite tool for posting? And you said Business Suite. You think it is, right? Mm-hmm. Julie, what is your favorite?
I just use the TikTok. I don't use anything in addition to TikTok.
Okay, so you're primarily using TikTok?
Yep.
And Angie, you're primarily Instagram or?
Instagram.
Okay.
And then Canva is a big tool.
Okay. Kelly?
I use Canva a lot also, and I'm active on Facebook and TikTok.
Okay.
I am old, as my kids tell me, because I do Facebook and Instagram.
I do Facebook and Instagram as well, no shame. I actually use Canva as well. It's just so user-friendly, and they have a million templates, even free, and then you pay the couple dollars or whatever a month, and you get unlimited. And then I also use Planoly. It's a posting app that you can draft as many posts as you would like into it. So doing it ahead of time, block out the time blocking, block out the time to get those weekly posts put in there, and then you can set the date and the time that they actually post based on your algorithms. So that's been really useful.
So that was actually kind of the next question is, do you know your algorithms, or do you know, like, how do you know what's working or what's not working? Like, do you even get caught up in how many likes and how many comments? Is there like a specific time of day you're supposed to post, or do you get caught up in any of that?
Yes and no. I've done a lot of research on it to kind of understand what it means and what's important, but every single one of our social media pages function differently because our followers are different. And so my followers are looking for something a little bit different than your ladies, and vice versa. And so on like my page specifically, I look at the algorithms as to more views and engagements overall. And engagements can mean anything from liking to commenting to swiping through like a carousel post. Not necessarily that I'm getting like reshares and things like that. And then reels are a different story because it's all about views, but you may get a lot of comments on something you don't get a lot of views on, or vice versa. So you kind of have to play a balancing act and figure out what your goal is, if you're just trying to reach a lot of people, or if you're trying to create a deeper connection with the people who are already following you, which is more my goal. And so I want more communication on my posts, and so I try to use that call to action as opposed to trying to have like 10 gajillion views from people I don't know, which isn't a bad thing, but I think that's kind of my viewpoint.
Yeah, it seems a little bit random. Like my son wanted a crab boil for his birthday. So Kim Everson, who's here, she did this amazing crab boil, and we posted a TikTok of it, and it had like 20,000 views. I'm like, how did that thing get 20,000 views? It's like a shrimp crab boil. I don't know what we did, but it was pretty cool. Go ahead.
I am kind of obsessed with the statistics of social media because I finally understood what they meant. I didn't even know there was a button that said View Insight, and you could see how many people are viewing your content. That came from my social media manager, but I've only had her, my social media manager, for 3 months, and my viewing has gone up 626% in 3 months. So it really, and that was because I started doing reels. I've never done a reel before. I didn't have time. I didn't want to learn it. That was something where I knew it was very important because, let's be honest, everybody is on their phones now, and everyone sees everything on their phones. So I knew reels was a thing that I had to do, but I didn't want to learn how to do it. So I hired someone to do it for me, and seeing that engagement go up that much it blows my mind. And it's funny to see how, 2,000 people will click on this and 10,000 will click on this one. But like you said, the most important is the content and who's sharing, who's liking, who's commenting, and who's trying to redo your reel. Like, that's a compliment to me. If someone else is making, it's all about just copying. It's that easy. You just copy someone. And so I feel honored when someone copies my video. I don't feel it's stealing or anything like that. It's an honor. So I definitely follow how many people every day. And I do post at the same time every day. I've noticed that my followers know that I usually post at 7 a.m. in the morning. And I even had my father-in-law, who's 76 years old, to call me and go, "Cindy, you didn't post today. It's 7:30. And I was like, oh my gosh, you actually know what time I post? So it's surprising that people do follow you and do know what time you post. So they are, if you are a morning poster, they are looking in the morning what you're going to post. They're waiting for that post.
I have totally loved all of your reels. They like pop up on my page every day. I'm like, there's Cindy again.
That's awesome. Did we get one of, yeah, there you go, let's try it. We got that one. Okay, cool. Angie next, right? The answer.
So yeah, I pay attention to the views on the reels because I feel like I kind of try to see what works that way. But my real gauge is my teenagers. If they hate it, it's usually the one that has the most views.
Okay, so TikTok has an analytic feature, so I know that my mature women that follow me, they're all over 40, and they watch my videos between 6 and 9 p.m. But I want to make you cognizant of something. There's a lot of things on the internet are what's the best time to post on your social media? Make sure you get the right time zone, because for a year I was doing the wrong time zone, okay? So keep that in mind. All right.
So I'm a terrible example here. I have no schedule on posting at all. To someone else, Canva has a calendar as well. For those of you that use Canva, that schedules it straight to your social media, or Facebook and Instagram at least. So that is another great way to kind of schedule out your posts so you're not stuck doing it every day. But for my fun account, it's when I feel like doing a video. So it's very random. It's any time of the day. A lot of times it's like at midnight or 1 a.m., which is like worse for engagement, but that's when I'm awake. So yeah, I'm terrible.
So okay, so hold on. So let's address that. You said your fun account. So I'm assuming you have 2 accounts.
Let's just pretend like there's one. You don't want to look at the other one.
Oh, why is that?
Well, it's gotten very neglected the last 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But I would advise, in a normal situation account, scheduling out your posts. It just makes sense to sit down in an hour or two and schedule out a whole month of post. And on, like I said, on Canva, it's so easy. You just drag them into your calendar, and you can schedule the time, the date, whatever. And that's, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Can I just say, I think she's smart at posting it at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, because that's when people are drunk, and she's sponsored by White Claw, if you guys don't know that.
Well, so that actually ties us into our next question. These 2, I don't know if anyone else has, you guys have secured sponsorships, correct? And media times with Kelly Clarkson and Dr. Oz. So how did those sponsorships come about, and how does that work?
I don't know how it works, because people, I wasn't expecting any of this to happen, really. I never reached out for anything. I was contacted. And I would think, I got, when your account grows as rapidly as mine did,
What
you get a lot of junk.
contributed to your account growing so rapidly?
COVID happened, and then I started drinking a lot. And I'm not a big drinker, but I started using drinks in my videos a lot because it made sense when you're stuck home with kids. And if you know my kids, you would understand this. But so it was COVID though, because I was at home with kids posting random videos, because what else are we doing? And then a couple of them went viral, and then it kind of took off from there. So it's nothing I did. And that's why even the algorithm and all that, it makes a difference, but at the same time, I have no clue how social media works, because I don't understand, how. Now I get it a little bit more, but it's weird. But so it was people reaching out to me, and I would get so much spam in the beginning that I would just delete, ignore, because I was still working a lot in real estate, and then I started getting some interest where I'm like, okay, I should probably look at this. When White Claw contacts me, I should probably take a look and see if it's junk mail, because I truly thought it was. And that's how I've been contacted. Any shows I've been on, everything. It's just people reaching out to me. People keep saying, you need to get on and apply for these reality shows. And I just haven't taken the time to do that yet. But it's been a blast. but yeah, it just happened, I guess.
So like you, I thought it was a joke. So I got an email from the Dr. Oz show in New York, and I thought, that is definitely spam. So anyway, after they emailed me again, my husband was like, well, just call them just for fun. So long story short, they saw my content on how to open a plastic bag at a supermarket, and Dr. Oz was doing a show on supermarket hacks. So that's how I got on the show. Nothing exotic, but there you go. I will tell you, write this down. This guy is a master at real estate posting on TikTok. He is the man. And it's at Ginger Marketer. That's it. That's his handle. At Ginger Marketer. He's a redheaded guy who knows he has about a million followers and 12 million likes, and you can learn so much from him on that platform. Now, sponsorships, basically when you hit 1,000, you can post your website on TikTok, which is great for referrals. When you get to 100,000, you are part of the creator marketplace, which TikTok will then pay you, and then people start to notice you when you get to 200,000. Then businesses send you stuff to your home and say, hey, do a TikTok on my product, and sometimes they pay you, and sometimes they just give you whatever they're sending you. So,
Free products and stuff like
free
that.
products, yep.
Very
a lot.
cool.
It's Christmas every day.
Nice, nice. Whoops, there you go. Okay, so what's the next? Let's see, hold on. How much business do you get from social media? We'll start with you, Angie.
I think that's a little bit hard to gauge because there are people, that already know you. So then they're also seeing you on social media. But I have had people, friends of friends that have seen my social media and given me a call from that.
Okay.
I have a listing going live tomorrow from Facebook.
Yeah?
And it was somebody that I do a lot on my personal Facebook and in groups. And so she just reached out to me and said, I trust you. My mother-in-law's having a hard time finding an agent, and I watch all your stuff. Will you please call her? So I do get business through Facebook, and a lot of it is within my community because I do a lot of marketing in our community group and post videos. And so people will come up to me in the grocery store and say, oh, I love all of your videos, or they talk to me like they already know me because they've seen my face on Facebook. So it's really been great for me, Facebook has.
So one actionable item, too, to keep in mind is I know that is Mitzi here, De La Cruz? So Mitzi is my business partner, but she started 5 years ago doing Lincoln Live, and she literally just on her phone would go interview businesses in the community, and she's literally become like the little mini mayor of Lincoln. She walks down the street, everyone knows who she is, because all she did was interview businesses. And so that's something you can easily do today. You can just interview somebody. Hey, I loved your burgers at your burger joint. Tell us, about, and post stuff like that is a great way to get your business out there.
I would say about a third of my business comes from social media.
Wow.
I enjoy social media because it's free advertisement. And one of the reasons I do continue to keep Facebook is I was not born and raised here. I'm from Petaluma. So I'm friends with all those people from Sonoma County, and guess what? They're all moving here. I get at least 2 deals a year from people I went to high school with that I was never even friends with in high school, but we're friends on Facebook every year for the last 8 years. It is a huge part of connecting with people that are here locally, but outside of the area too. So I feel it's just very important, and it's crazy when you actually meet people and you got the listing because they were your Instagram follower, and you show up and you actually don't know them, but they think they know everything about you. But it does work. I mean, I will literally get listings all the time from my social media followers.
I would say mine's about a third of my business as well. And part of it is new business, but I would say even more than that is a huge referral base. Staying top of mind with a lot of the clients. I make it very known. I don't try to put myself as an influencer by any means, because I'm not at all, but I put it out there to my clients when I'm working with them, whether I met them on social media or not, that, hey, we have a presence on social media and we like to educate a lot about real estate through social media. You should follow us. Most of the time they do. and then they follow us forever. And then we're top of mind, and then they send referrals, and it just keeps flowing. I mean, I think I honestly had, which is kind of funny, sitting on this stage, this was a really good week for me. I think I had like 8 different people reach out. Hey, I sent your name to my friend, here's her phone number, call her. Hey, I've been following you for years, I want to start the buying process. So on and so forth, just DMs and Facebook messages and all that kind of stuff. Was there more to the question? Or was that kind of
No,
it?
I think that was it.
Okay.
Did everyone answer it? Did you get to answer it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the question?
Do you get business from it?
Oh, yes. Yes. Again, I have a couple different accounts. But yeah, like when I was doing more on Facebook, I think too, I feel like I got a lot of business on Facebook, on my real estate page there, for sure.
So who would you say has been the biggest influencer that you like to follow? Who do you like to follow on social media?
Celeste Barber is like one of my favorites, comedian.
Oh, there you go. I love it.
I gave you that ginger marketer. That's my.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There
okay.
you go.
Shannon's my favorite person.
Yeah, she is.
I love Cindy's posts. But there's quite a few on TikTok that I love, and most of them are design-based.
Yeah.
Shannon is one of my favorites.
Yeah, she is.
Honestly, when I'm having a bad day, I could turn on any of her videos and they make me laugh. She gets texts from me all the time. Thank you for making me laugh this morning. Since Instagram is something new to me, I haven't been doing it very long. I am just kind of watching who everyone else is following, and then I start following them. So I am following, and it's crazy because some of these realtors, they're so big out there, and they're so great at it, and we're just copying everything they do. So really, I'm just following who everyone else is following right now.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I follow people all over the country that just do fun things. I kind of mentioned before, I like to be very education-based in a fun, entertaining way. Through the post, I feel like providing value still is very important. And so there's like this girl, Amanda Knight. She's outside of Dallas, Texas, I think. I think she's with KW. I mean, I don't even care who she's with, but her posts are so like spot on about her market, about the buying process, about the selling process, what to expect out of your agent, all those different things. So following agents like that, and then kind of, picking from their ideas and spinning it into something that makes sense for my business and my location, I think that's really helped.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, one thing, I meant to say this before. If you're trying to build your audience, follow the top videos and just duet them. I steal stuff all the time. So if you need to get to 1,000 followers, do a duet on TikTok, follow the top videos and make them better, shorter, and more precise, and you'll build your audience like that.
That's awesome. So I wanted to see if you guys had any questions from the audience that we could ask them before we wrap up. Do you guys have any questions? I didn't really do questions earlier, but I thought that you guys might have some questions from the social media panel. Yes?
Do you guys do primarily real estate related topics, or do you just, looks like Shannon, you do not?
No. I don't now, but I do think, and probably these ladies can all speak to this, that having a mix of personal and real estate works a whole lot better than just real estate.
100% agree. And the question was, what was your question again? It was,
Are the posts mostly real estate related, or is there?
are the posts mostly real estate related? I'm just repeating it because we're recording this. So her answer to that was no. Yeah.
I do about 8 personal to 1 business, like an 8-to-1 ratio.
I try to mix between real estate, personal stuff, and then I throw in the Airbnb. That helps too, so it's a bit of a variety.
Mine's a mix. My video showed a little bit of my mix, but I love walking through old fixer-uppers and showing distressed conditions. I feature my clients' homes, and a little bit about what my family's, my granddaughter, she's so stinking cute, so she's on a lot of my social media, but it's a pretty big mix, and it's good to do that because you're connecting with people that have those same interests. So if you're all real estate all the time, it's really hard for people to connect with you, but if you post a picture of your dog on your couch, that's something that people can relate to. So
I am about 50-50. I do about 50% business, 50% personal, because I want people to know I'm just not a realtor. I am a mom. I'm one of those crazy moms, like the moms that were on the last panel. You know, I volunteer for everything there is. I've been the PTC president. I sponsor my kids' sports. You know, I want them to know actually who I am as a person, and that's why I think you do need to split it up.
So I might run it a little bit different. I have a personal page, and then I also run our team business page. And so our team business page is like 90% real estate, education, listings, just sold, things like that, but in a fun way, not like a just sold with an obnoxious picture and like the sold words across it over and over and over again. Don't do that. So that really is very real estate based, but I do like to filter in a lot of like behind the scenes team stuff of us going out to lunch, us here, things like that, not necessarily just about a house. And then kind of on the flip side of that, I tag my business page on my personal page a lot in like stories. I use stories a lot. From my personal page, kind of like a follow me day in the life a little bit. And then it kind of goes back and forth, but my feed on my personal page is me and my husband and all our shenanigans. So it's kind of an interesting balance, tagging it back and forth, but people kind of understand that I'm a well-rounded person, as Cindy put it. I'm not a real estate robot.
That's awesome. Any other questions we have from the audience? Yes, Liz?
So do you feel like off of either Instagram or Facebook, do you get more reception or views or likes or whatever it may be from a post or from story?
So the question is, do you get more engagement and activity off of stories or posts on Instagram or Facebook?
Stories all day long.
Yeah?
Posts are great. People will sit there and read them, but I know I'm guilty of it, and most of y'all are, that you'll scroll through, you'll read it, you'll be like, cute picture, but then keep scrolling and forget to like it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've seen 62 posts in a row and not liked one of them. So that's okay, and that's what your followers are doing. But those stories, when they're looking through it, it's so quick to create a one-to-one conversation by the message that they send. And then you take that message and you make that into a conversation. Dig deeper, let them talk, let them type, let those bubbles keep coming up.
I do story posts all the time. Like, you will never go on my social media and there's never not a story going. That is something I do 7 days a week. The posts I don't do 7 days a week. They're about 5 days a week. I do find the engagements. I watch to see what people like on the stories and how many people are viewing them. And also on the weekend, they kind of want more fun stuff. They don't want business stuff. It's the weekend. They want to see you, at the River Cats game with your family. They want to see you going and having drinks with your friends. They want to see you boomeranging those cocktails. So, I feel stories are something, Liz, that people are constantly watching. I know I'm guilty at a red light. That's the first thing I do. I'm all, red light, let's scroll, see what the stories I could catch right now. So yeah, I think stories.
I like the stories also, and I like to engage with my sphere through their stories. So I'm really good at scrolling through, and I try to do 10 at a time where I'm shooting them a message about their story or sending them hearts. But stories, I try to do 2 to 3 a day. Sometimes I forget, but it's 2 to 3 I think is important.
Definitely stories. I like the engagement that it creates. The one-on-one conversations, I think, are really important.
Definitely stories, and make sure you engage on other people's stories as well, because it goes right to their phone as soon as you say anything to them. So it's a great way. And you, when you have your stories, when you click on it, it shows you everybody who just looked at it. They don't have to like it, but even though they looked at it, you're like, hey, you looked at me. Let's talk.
I agree. And on stories, majority of who is watching your stories is people that already follow you, are pretty invested in you. And like, I know if I go through my stories, like she was saying, you see everyone who's seen them. It's generally the same people. So you're creating these kind of relationships without trying, and then you can have that one-on-one engagement. I also, for me, feel like the TikToks and the Reels do almost as good as stories. I mean, it's a different kind of interaction, but definitely, versus a static post, you got to do the Reels and the TikToks.
So one of the biggest things that I hear people that keeps them from doing it is they're uncomfortable with video. Nobody wants to video themselves. So how do you handle? Well, Shannon's I think is the best because she. I mean, if you ever felt awkward, she makes you feel like amazing because she shows
relate.
all the awkward stuff, right? Which is what I love the most. But so, how do you handle video?
So it wasn't easy at the beginning. I have not always, I feel like I've always had this personality inside of me, but it was squelched for a very long time. So it was not easy for me to just do the videos. I still hate hearing my voice. I'm doing a podcast now, and so I hear my voice a lot when I'm editing, and I'm just like, I think I'm getting used to it now. But it wasn't easy. It's weird to hear yourself talk and look at yourself in a video. But I would say the Reels and the TikToks are such a great opportunity to practice and try because they're short. It's not like you've got to give a speech or do anything crazy. You can use someone else's audio and literally like look at the camera. So there's so many ways you can kind of dip your toes in and kind of get used to it rather, again, than even using your own voice. I don't know. I think it's a great opportunity with all the TikToks and Reels right now to kind of try it out.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Go to TikTok, go to the search button on any topic you want, find the top producing video, then push the little button that says duet, and all you got to do is point at the video. That's it. You don't even have to do one yourself. It's a great way to cheat, and you're going to get followers, I tell you. So the duet button, that's what I would do to start off.
My key is to not watch what I post. If I watch it, I'm not going to post it. So it's better if I don't. That's just what I do.
I have 2 tips. One is partner up with someone. It feels a little bit easier if your friend is next to you in the video as well. And I know Kaylee and I have done videos with Cindy and Darcy, and it's a lot of fun. So don't, partner up. Super easy. Another one is TikTok has this great voiceover. So if you don't like to be in the videos, you can give a tour, you can showcase something, and then do the voiceover that kind of keeps you out of the video. But I would say, give at least one shot of yourself throughout the video, just so people are getting that face recognition as well.
Yeah, my secret is I shoot everything once. Was something, Darcy and I have a show called The Humble Hustlers, and we made a pact, we're going to shoot this once. If we mess up, if we cuss, if we start busting up laughing, we're going to keep it because that's what keeps us real. And that's why we have so many followers on that, is they said because we keep it real. So yes, everything I do is one time. I don't look at it either, and I'm like, if I mess up, I don't care. That's real life, you guys. Nobody is perfect. It's okay that, if your mouth isn't moving at the same time as the video, you tried, and guess what? You got people looking at it. So that's all that matters.
Or when we had the guy washing the window and you could hear it on the screen in the background.
Yeah, humans are weird, so I think it's okay to be a little weird. It's more awkward when you first start out, for sure, but then you get a little bit more comfortable with it. Kind of similar to Cindy's, I give myself more than one, but I give myself like a 5-minute timer. I'm not going to spend more than 5 minutes on this. Get it done and move on. It might take me 3 times. It might take me 1 time of actually shooting it. There's a lot of edit features. Use a filter if it makes you feel better. There's like a bazillion filters. If that makes you more comfortable at first, whatever, everyone else uses them. Do what's going to make you comfortable, but don't put too much time into the one post because you got to move on with the rest of your life and business.
Awesome. All right. Well, we got one more question back there. Yes, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom. I think all you women are amazing. I love what you guys are talking about. My question is regarding organic posts. I've been told that Facebook loves organic posts, IG loves organic posts, TikTok and YouTube loves organic. So someone mentioned Business Suite, doing one video and have it populate to multiple platforms. If that's the case, I'm not going to get as much views. So what it sounds like I need to do is post a different video. I love video and I do video, but I'm not getting the following that I need, probably because my process is wrong. So if I'm following you guys, I'm going to need to post a different video to Facebook, a different to IG, TikTok, and YouTube. Is that the truth, or am I not? And do you do that every day? Second question is, of all the platforms I've heard, I haven't heard anyone mention YouTube, and why is that?
There you go. So the question was, do you have to post each video to each platform, number one, to get organic posts? And how come no one's talking about YouTube?
YouTube is a totally different beast. Overall, it's a lot more production behind those videos. We've done YouTube, we're working on YouTube, but I would not call myself a YouTuber. And so I'll kind of leave that off the table at the moment. Maybe next year I'll be able to speak better on that. As far as the organic posts, you're absolutely correct. I actually go back and forth from using that app Planoly. It's great for me to be able to schedule out what my posts are going to be. I know for my followers that posting first thing in the morning is going to be best. So I try to post between about 6 and 8 a.m. every day, every 5 days a week at least. And then I also know the posts that I upload into Instagram or upload into Facebook or upload into whichever app, and then actually type in or copy and paste the caption into it, actually has better numbers. When it pushes from an app, whether it's the Suite, the Planoly, the Canva, whatever, the app knows it. And it's rude because you still put a lot of time into it, but it doesn't get the exposure. So I try as often as I can. I mean, the post is already put together. I just literally copy and paste and upload the video real quick into Instagram and shoot it off, and I'm done in 5 minutes at most. But there are times where you're busy and you're like, I don't even have time to eat lunch, let alone like post my organic post. Planoly do it for me. So I don't have a social media manager though.
I don't do YouTube because I just don't have the time for YouTube, and I don't use YouTube personally myself a lot, so it's just not a passion that I have to use YouTube. What I do though is whatever goes on my Instagram goes on my business Facebook page. What I try not to do is have the same thing. I don't want it on my personal page, my business page, and my Instagram. I think it's kind of boring. Sometimes I do it because there's a story I just want everybody to know. But most of the time, my personal page will be different from my 2 business pages, which are the Instagram and my business Facebook page.
I pretty much agree with everything that both these ladies said. I don't have anything else.
I think you have to know your audience too and your age group and which ones they're going to like the most. So I'm older, so I have a lot more people on Facebook. And that's where a lot of it comes from. I don't YouTube. I never have. I don't, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube is where the money's at, but you got to have a lot of time to be on YouTube, like a production unit, I think. But I want to touch base on original content. So I create TikTok videos, and as soon as you download a TikTok video, it saves to your photos. So to get more play, when you share them to another platform, your exposure always drops unless you add something to it. So I'll add like stars or something like that. So it kind of tricks the algorithm to think it's a new video, and in fact, it's not. So just a little trick.
Oh, good to know. There you go.
Also, on the same note, there are many free apps and websites where you can take your watermarks off your TikToks, because a lot of the algorithms don't like watermarks from other places. So you can use the video still, take the watermark off, because I know like for ads we have to do that all the time. And so it kind of, and then if you add something like she was saying, that's perfect. But it helps, because then you can shoot one video, post it somewhere, get the watermark off, and then I share across all my platforms the same video every time. As far as YouTube goes, what I would recommend, because this is kind of a newer thing for me, YouTube is definitely where the money is, but they have what they call shorts now, which is basically the Reels, the TikToks, like all the other platforms. I have been doing absolutely nothing on my YouTube channel except for, I don't even take the watermarks off. I'm taking some of my videos, when it's on my phone, I throw it over on YouTube, and I think, I don't even know, I think I have like over 30,000 followers, just transferring, I'm not doing anything special. I'm literally writing like a 2-word description. I'm doing nothing with the account. But for those people that do hang out on YouTube and these new shorts that they watch, and I do have followers that they're only YouTube followers. And so at least they're seeing the content, even if it's not perfect or, perfect caption, it's over there. So, because shorts are kind of a new thing with YouTube. So I would recommend with your kind of short videos, giving it a try.
Awesome. All right, you guys. So we are going to wrap it up. I want to give you a big round of applause for our social media superstars. Thank you so much.